define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, dog pounders surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Brooklyn Beats and the Arizona Cardinals. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Let's get it. Hey, zip it. Watch the eye. Check.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Second down, Murray sets to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Check 99. Check 99. Hatchet.
Now a carry for Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped. It's going the other way. The 30, 20, 10. And this results in 6. Touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Murray now on first down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin.
Brings up second and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kerryon Johnson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Good 18, Gator. Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D. Snap.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read. Right there. I'm here, I'm good.
2nd and 13. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, here's Breida. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. Aha!
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. It's a foot race past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Herbert. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That goes for a gain of 31.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Back to throw. Herbert is going to go into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Slam, slam. Go.
Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First down, Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 18,
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He's got it to Williams. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. 36 yards on the play.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They'll run on first down. Mack. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get in the weight room.
2nd and 9 now. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Again, 11 on the play. 1st down, Brooklyn.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is Breida on the draw. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. That'll be complete to Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Orville.
On 1st and 10, Herbert completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 23 yards on the play. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Looking to throw. Herbert. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Slam, go. Switch.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
58, come on. In your face.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Herbert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
All day, every day, any day. 36.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watch 18.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Big stop, dude. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, Murray.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 8.
Woo! Let's get it. Watch 18. 18. Let's go, dude. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Mike 18. Mike 18. Rip left. Rip left.
On third down, Murray. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, he's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. It doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Herbert trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a gain of 35. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Got his man. It's Williams. Give him 18 yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Open man has got one. It's complete. Oh, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now from Murray. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, it's Mack trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Watch 18. 18's the right. Watch out.
Back to throw. Murray. He finds his target. Beckham. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Like
To throw is Murray. Stepping up. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a toss play, it's Breida. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's going to be a long day. Yo. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Let's get the ball.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Murray to throw. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Brooklyn, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew,